Hello and welcome to News Flash on Prime TV2, the home of breaking news. We're coming to you live on Topstar channel 110 and streaming on our Facebook page, Ptv2 Zambia. Now let's have a look at some of the stories making headlines. All 213 Zambia police officers stranded at Kikonge gold mine in Bombwe district have been safely airlifted by the Zambia Air Force. New Congress Party President Peter Chanda has named Makebi Zulu as the party's presidential candidate for the forthcoming general elections. Residents of St. Mary's Township in Monze District, Southern Province, have expressed concern of the deteriorating state of the Mulonga-Wangoma Bridge. With the news in detail, my name is Rhoda Mlenga. All 213 Zambia police officers stranded at Kikonge gold mine in Bombwe district have been safely airlifted by the Zambia Air Force. The officers faced temporary mobility challenges due to flooding of Musonwenji River and the surrounding swampy terrain, which made access roads impassable to motor vehicles. Northwestern Province Police Commissioner Brighton Swale has confirmed that the evacuation took place around 8 hours, with officers initially moved to Kikonge Primary School before continuing by road to their stations in Lusaka, Kitwe and Solwezi. We're now joined by our Northwestern Province reporter, Jackson Mwansa, who has been closely following the story. Good afternoon, Jackson, and welcome to News Flash.
Good afternoon, thank you.
Jackson, let's start with the immediate situation.
What happened when the Musonwenji River flooded?
Thank you. When the Musonwenji
River flooded, water levels rose rapidly and cut off the only access road to Kikonge gold mine. And then, the flooding made the road impassable, leaving the police officers completely isolated from the main road network.
Okay.
Now, from your investigations on the ground, how are the police officers managing to survive while stranded?
They were rationing food supplies, and then they reduced in terms of having 2 meals per day. Instead, they started having their meals once in a day.
Mm. Now,
the roads
we're looking
as well.
at the road.
What is the current state of the roads in the area, and how did the flooding impact accessibility?
The roads in the area in poor condition and mostly unpaved. Once the river flooded, vehicles could no longer cross, effectively cutting off the area and making ground evacuation impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, looking at the state of the roads and moving forward, what measures should be taken to ensure that these roads remain passable, especially during the rainy season?
I think there is need to upgrade the road network, improve drainage systems, and construct permanent bridges or culvert over flood-prone streams. Regular maintenance, especially before the rainy season, is also essential.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any challenges or delays during the airlift operation by the Zambia Air Force?
Actually, there were no challenges. In fact, the Zambia Air Force managed the operation professionally and evacuated. And the evacuation was completed successfully without incident.
Mm-hmm. And did the local community
assist the officers while they were stranded?
The local community actually assisted by transporting luggage and items using tractors. Their cooperation played an important role in supporting the stranded 213 officers.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the situation now, are there any safety protocols being considered to prevent similar incidents in the future?
I can say yes. Authorities are revealing actually they are reviewing deployment plans, access routes, and emergency evacuation procedures to ensure officers are not deployed to areas without reliable access during the rainy season.
Finally, Jackson, what message do you have for families of officers and residents in flood-prone areas?
What I can say is all officers are safe, and government agencies are working together to improve safety and emergency preparedness. Mm-hmm. And residents in flood-prone areas are encouraged to at least remain alert and follow guidance from authorities during rainy season.
Thank you so much, Jackson, for your detailed report and insights.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, in other news, new Congress Party President Peter Chanda has unveiled Makebi Zulu as the party's presidential candidate for the forthcoming general elections. Mr. Chanda announced the decision, stating that he has, with immediate effect, withdrawn his ambition to contest the elections in order to allow the party to rally behind Mr. Zulu.
And I strongly believe that President Honorable Makebi Zulu, who is now announced as the presidential candidate for New Congress Party come 2026, will go sit down with his colleagues in the Patriotic Front and see how they can work together to ensure that we do justice to the Zambian people. So for now, I want to say that this was my special address for today. Thank you very much, unless there is a question.
Residents of St. Mary's Township in Monza District, Southern Province, have expressed concern over the deteriorating state of the Mulonga-Wangoma Bridge, warning that it poses a growing risk to lives and livelihoods. The poor condition of the crossing has made it increasingly difficult for residents, particularly school-going children, to cross safely and access education, a situation that worsens significantly during the rainy season. Speaking to Prime TV2 News, Stambridge Milimo described the bridge as a major health and safety hazard, noting that it is heavily used by pupils and community members who travel daily to conduct business and access essential services in Monza District. John Shikabe has more details in this report.
The Mulonga-Wangoma Bridge in Monza Central Constituency has been a cause for worry. Consequences have been severe, with most pupils across Mulonga-Wangoma River unable to attend school. This Jack Mwimbu to take urgent action. In a recent interview with Prime TV, Stambridge Milimo expressed his concern about the current state of the Mulonga-Wangoma Bridge. He highlighted the health hazards posed by the bridge to school-going children and the surrounding community.
No kwenda nyamburi mbuja hwayi yizabwiro Yesu ibanenga barahutuka buti inseba Yesu ichipatira chipati chirikoku inoona kuti muntu wa Yesu acha kusinyuka hena bumi bwakwenga bwahutuka ansangu pepe
tukukwaya kuponera kumonze so twaromba twawakunsama urenu amutugwahiriye
The bridge is a vital crossing point for the community members who conduct their daily activities in Monza District. However, due to its deplorable condition, it has become a source of worry and inconvenience for the people of St. Mary's to address the poor state of the bridge.
Wampawa twanyammuka tuya mu town ono tulainda butawa kambo inzira njeyi yagosoka. Ijindi jimbi mwana umbi anchinga wakanyigirawa ndagali kubola masiku kuzoko kunyigira mwana kulubana wanyigira mwana liminda mugweza mwana ndakumusi.
He urged the local authority to take immediate action to prevent any potential accident from happening due to the bridge's condition. Oswald Mwanza said the community members are tired of empty promises made by their area member of parliament who has been assuring them since last year that the bridge would be worked on. However, with no visible progress, the community continues to suffer and their livelihoods are at stake. The poor state of the Mulonga-Wangoma Bridge has caused significant disruption in the community's daily lives. John Shikabe, Prime TV News in Monze District, Southern Province.
Minister of Finance, Dr. Stumbeko Msokotwane, says over the next 5 years, government will focus on converting recent financial gains into jobs and improved livelihoods for citizens. He has hailed the successful completion of the IMF Extended Credit Facility, marked by the final $190 million disbursement, noting that Zambia met its economic targets through prudent resource management and increased exports. Dr. Msokotwane was speaking during the 2021-2025 Economic Performance Review Town Hall meeting. Here is more in this report.
Zambia records steady economic gains marked by the improved performance of the kwacha against the United States dollars and a single-digit inflation of 9.4%. Key stakeholders from public and private financial management sectors, led by the Ministry of Finance, through prudent financial resource management and increased exports. He says government will now focus on translating these gains into jobs and improved livelihoods for Zambians over the next 5 years.
In the next 5 years, we are not just looking at stabilizing the economy. We are looking at saying, how can Zambia be a Vietnam? How can Zambia be a Mauritius? And this is what is now going to uplift the material conditions of the citizen. Because now they will get a job, a good paying job. Now facilities, social facilities will be created better.
And what we see here is that in the times where we had weak fiscal discipline, economic growth is weak. And in the time where fiscal discipline is improving, we are seeing economic growth going up. And
change, because I think when we are saying that we expect inflation to be in single digits in 2026, there are many disbelievers. They thought, what have we smoked? Because what you are seeing is totally different. But I think there are different things we look at. There are issues about base effects. You see, when inflation just suddenly shoots up.
The Zambia Revenue Authority was also on hand and highlighted some of the tax reforms put in place to increase domestic resource mobilization.
In total, we collected a gross of 185.5 billion kwacha and refunded 24.9 billion kwacha, resulting into a net collection of 160.6 billion.
Platinum sponsor Zambia Sugar CEO Oswald Magwenzi emphasized the importance of working with government to achieve the private sector-led economic growth and says Zambia Sugar has been making efforts to meet the government's target for the country to achieve the production of 1 million tons of sugar and plans to invest $132 million in increasing sugar production.
We are currently investing about $132 million and these are projects that are underway, not yet to be approved, but are currently underway in various activities from agriculture to our commercial and customer support facilities to investments in our sugar plant.
Oswald Kafwanka, Prime TV News, Lusaka.
In other news, the Keeping Girls in School project has expanded its target, capturing tertiary education for extremely girls from poor households. Keeping Girls in School project communication specialist Mumbuna Kufekisa says this is aimed at ensuring girls under the program further their education. He says the program is targeting to add more vulnerable girls between 2024 to 2028 phase. Kolombota Mwanangombe has the details.
The Keeping Girls in School, Mumbuna Kufekisa.
By the time it ran its course up to 2024, there were already 173,000 girls on the program. The one that we are currently running now is a JO2 component of it. which interestingly has added up some more activities under the GO2. The most interesting aspect of it is the addition of the movement of tertiary girls from tertiary to placements of work, so that we prepare them to be able to find work. So we have synergies with people that are employers, including government.
This was disclosed during the Trainer of Trainers, a workshop with regards to case management system, where 3 provinces gathered in Livingstone to undergo this training.
Under this case management system, it is a way under which KGS has a system to be able to dictate and identify girls that may be having challenges as they go through their school career for different reasons, one way or the other.
Mr. Mumbuna says the program seeks to add more girls from 2024 through to 2028.
So under this aspect, by the time it runs its course from 2025, 2024 to 2028, we hope to have attended to more than 266,000 girls. And at tertiary level, we're talking about more than 2,300 girls.
Southern Province Education Officer Oliver Kamboli says the introduction of tertiary level to the program is key in ensuring girls further their education.
I wish also to mention that with the introduction of tertiary education support for these girls in 2022, case management system intervention support tertiary level beneficiaries to ensure that they access tertiary education and remain in school to complete their tertiary education and ultimately transition into the world of work. With support from the National Treasury, the ministry has decided to scale up case management system to the remaining 15 KGS implementing districts.
The workshop has seen participation over some selected districts from Southern, Lusaka and Central Province. Kwalombota Manangombe reporting for Prime TV News in Livingstone, Southern Province.
And that item ends the news flash on Prime TV2. Let's take a recap of the stories that made headlines. All 213 Zambia police officers stranded at Kikonge Gold Mine in Bombwe district have been safely airlifted by the Zambia Air Force. New Congress Party President Peter Chanda has named Makebi Zulu as the party's presidential candidate for the forthcoming general elections. Residents of St. Mary's Township in Monze District, Southern Province, have expressed concern over the deteriorating state of the Mulonga-Wangoma Bridge. Thank you so much for staying with us. But for these and other stories, do like our Facebook page, Ptv2 Zambia. On behalf of the entire news and production crew, my name is Rhoda Mlenga.
When